I'm Elissa with RT Book Reviews here in Chicago with Francine Pascal of Sweet Valley High fame. And she's got a new e-serial coming out this summer that she's going to tell us all about.
This is entirely new. It's only going to be on ebook to start. It's going to come out starting on the 26th of June. Every 2 weeks all summer long. There will be 6 of them. They're novellas, so that's a little shorter. And you'll be able to buy them on your smartphone. And it makes waiting in the doctor's office or wherever a whole lot better. So I've taken 5 of the major figures from Sweet Valley, and each one has a story. It's all together though, but the stories end in cliffhangers all the time.
So they're kind of like little TV episodes.
You know, that's exactly. I really have used the TV series as a paradigm. So everything you should, and I hope I surprised the publishers because they were shocked at the ending that I have. I mean, I don't know how much they guessed along with it, but I don't think they guessed much because I let myself go absolutely crazy.
So what can readers expect? Who are the 5 characters that you follow?
Jessica, Elizabeth, Todd, Bruce, and Lila. Lila, the most disreputable person. She is such a pain in the ass that everybody loves her.
Everybody loves her.
And she's gone real crazy this time. Now she's on the Housewives of Sweet Valley.
I love it. I love it.
And it's just wonderful. I've had a great time doing it.
At the end of Sweet Valley Confidential, you know, Bruce and Elizabeth were together,
Right.
and Todd and Jessica were together. So is that where it starts out, or have things shifted?
3 years later, so other things have happened. There's trouble in paradise.
Oh boy.
Oh yes. And yes, so it's I just don't know how much to give away, but
Give us a tease. Give us
a tease.
A tease.
The big story is Bruce. He has been accused of something.
Okay.
And then, so that is all these stories, the arc goes through 6 books on all of them, though you don't have to wait for 6 books. Each book is a complete story with a hook ending.
Right.
So the problem with Bruce is a serious problem that I really have taken from what happens in politics today.
Right.
The Good Wife is a perfect example.
Right.
Of course, that's the sort of thing that happens. Not exactly that. Actually, it's more dramatic than that. But that is the problem, and it becomes a terrible problem between Bruce and Elizabeth. Todd and Jessica have their own problems, and those are different, and they too are in a bad situation. Lila's in a wonderful situation.
Lila's on reality TV.
She is on reality TV, and you know she's married to Ken, but Ken adores her, and he's the sweetest, nicest person in the whole world. And she has actually left him a few times, but he always comes back. And now a very bad thing happens on camera.
Oh boy.
And yes, and so that falls into terrible chaos, what's happened. And so that goes on. Let me see. Those are the big
good.
ones.
We don't want to give too much else away.
No. Okay.
So I have a question. Sweet Valley High was around before I was a teenager and when I was a teenager. That's when it was super popular. Now the girls have aged. Are you still writing to your fans from before? And now we've grown up, so the books have grown up. Is that kind of how you imagine things?
Yes, that is exactly how I imagined it. I think wherever I went, and people knew about Sweet Valley, and
we freaked out when she showed up here. It's true.
The adults, and you'd be surprised. I was at a dinner party in Cannes about 3 years ago, and everything was very lovely, and somehow someone mentioned there was another American couple, and somehow someone mentioned that who I was, Sweet Val, she went nuts. She
I can't imagine somebody doing that at all.
said, "I'm honored." I said, "Oh my God, it's a table of very sophisticated, important people," and it was really quite. But I realized that those people were part of your teenage years. I mean, they're really part of your life, and I thought, and they ended. But I thought that, like Facebook does with friends you haven't seen since
Right.
high school or grade school or what, it's the same sort of thing. You're re-meeting them again, and everybody wants to. The only difference is, with those girls or boys you went to school with, you have about 10 minutes worth of conversation,
Right.
and then it's really, your lives are so different. So this at least is those old friends from high school. Now you've got a whole world of them, and it's a nice kind of much
is.
more interesting communication.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, that's really why I did it.
Now, you also have a couple of ebooks coming out. Why don't you tell us about those that are not Sweet Valley related?
No, it's not. The first one is called, I've changed the title a few times. It is, you can buy it on Amazon as either If Wishes Were Horses or La Villa. But now I've changed it to A Villa of My Own. In parentheses, not as good as it sounds. And in fact, the cover is a gorgeous palm tree with snow on it, which I took, actually. But anyway, it's a kind of fictionalized memoir with only the most outrageous parts are true. And so that's coming out in May on ebook, and then a psychological thriller I wrote and was published, and that was a while ago, and I've gotten the rights back, and now I'm publishing it on ebook, and it's called Save Johanna, and it's a thriller about a woman who's a writer who's doing a story on, it's a Manson type. She gets so far into the story that she's into their lives, and she loses her own reality. And then the third one is a brand new novel that I just finished called, it's a little dark, it's called, but with love. It's called Little Crew of Butchers, which is from Gulliver's Travels, the little people who keep him hostage. And this is about a man who gets a drifter, kind of young man, who living only on his looks and that sort of thing, gets trapped in a rain sewer. A rain sewer is not like a disposal sewer, you know. It's a big thing, and the rainwater comes off, when it rains, it comes off the ground and goes into it and down, it's usually down at the beach.
Right.
And he gets caught there, trapped there, held captive for 4 or 5 days by a gang of little kids, and 4 boys and a girl. And that's and there is a love angle too. There's a woman in it, and so it's kind of exciting. Very interesting little girl in it, little tiny girl, but she's very interesting. So that will come out in May. So I'm looking forward to that.
So this is Elissa from RT Book Reviews in Chicago with my favorite, Francine Pascal.
Thank you, everyone.